Weapon here, and Charlie is here. And welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn. Let's get back with the main story. Alfredo awaits the arrival of the Ishgard convoy, or not convoy, envoy. The envoy is here. I thank you for receiving me at such short notice. Time is of the essence, so I would forego the usual pleasantries, if I may. Certainly, you come with news of the Dravorians. Aye, the dragons have begun their attack in earnest. The first wave reached the central highlands a short while ago, and battle was joined soon thereafter. Sir Amric himself sallied forth with a contingent of temple knights and several companies of noble houses' finest. Though the beasts were ultimately forced into retreat, our victory, if such it may be called, came at the cost of many of our own, too many, who will not withstand a second wave should it renew their assault. You paint a grim picture, my lady. It is reinforcements you seek, then. We do, though it pricks our pride. It is plain we cannot protect Ishgard with our ranks thus thinned by the Horde. Sir Amric would meet with you to discuss the possibility of enlisting your aid. Very well, I shall depart for Carthus at once. Once. I must warn you, however, that the involvement of the Crystal Braves is by no means assured. Our commitment to quelling the unrest in Ulda must take precedence. It is with such in mind that I must make another request. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn are known for sharing close ties with all three grand companies of Eorzu. Would you consent to plead our case to their leaders? Though I am will gladly appeal to the grand companies on your behalf, I dare not promise a favorable reply. You need say no more. Considering our past dealings with Eorzean Alliance, I can well imagine how our plea will be received. The fate of Ishgard hangs in the balance. We must explore every avenue still open to us, no matter how unpromising. I see. Very well, I shall send envoys to each of the allied nations and have them present your request directly to the heads of the grand companies. In the event that your plea does receive a favorable answer, know that any support is certain to be conditional. Demands will be made of Ishgard. That is only to be expected. Rest assured that I speak with Sir Amric's authority in this matter, and that our actions are fully sanctioned by the Holy See. Which brings me to my final request, a personal appeal to you, Warrior of Light. The Lord Commander much desires to speak with you, regardless of your fellows' involvement. You faced Midgar Soma and survived. Anything you can share of your experience may yield us an advantage over our foe. Thank you. You wear the mantle of a hero well. It would seem the road leads us both to Camp Dragonhead. Seek me out when you arrive, Ilfin. Easy, Char. Oh, it's Iceheart.
The sons must answer for their father's misdeeds. Only then will the cycle be broken. Brothers and sisters of the heavens, we raise our voices and join you in the chorus. The sinner's feeble magics are undone. Come, claim your retribution.
Whoa, she's a bit unstable. Alright, I need to go to Dragonhead. Down, thank you. What, Jensen? Jensen, come here. It's okay, Char Char. Yeah, it's alright, Char Char. What? There are two other big dogs in my lap here, buddy. Oh, there he is. It seems I was the swifter. And you too, however, have arrived with time to spare, for our host has yet to make an appearance. Murmurings about camp tell of some manner of trouble at the gates of judgment. In the Lord Commander's absence, I suggest we visit the place and find out what is afoot. Well, let's go, Co. Let us see what bears fruit. Gates of Judgment are much more than mere doors. They are the outermost layer of Ishgard's magical wards. If our first line of defense can be so easily shattered, heretics come, how dare they meddle with our divine protections? I shall rid our nation of their blasphemy, even if it means cutting them down one by one. We need not fret over much. There are yet several layers of arcane protection that shield the city from invasion. Mother will be fine. When I laid eyes upon Lady Iceheart, I felt the marrow freeze within my bones. would seem the heretic struck the first and most telling blow amongst the Ishgard. Scions, we expected you at Camp Dragonhead. My apologies. We chanced to hear that there had been trouble at the gates and thought it prudent to investigate the cause. You have learned of the heretic's treachery. Lady Iceheart led a force of her followers against our defenders and came close enough to dispel the first of our wards. Let us speak more of this back at the camp. Sir Amric awaits you. Complete. Theo seems eager to return to Camp Dragonhead. Lady Iceheart has grown bold indeed if she would risk direct action against the city. Come, let us do as we were bid and return to Camp Dragonhead. Lord will know where Sir Amric means to receive us. Don't ignore the dragon looking thing. It's just a toy. That's all it is. Nothing more. Chocobo, there's a really large fat chocobo. Tis reassuring indeed to behold the countenance of a friend when one's homeland teeters upon the very brink of disaster. Though a single misstep could send us plunging into the abyss, your heroic presence stokes the flames of courage within my heart. Ah, but you did not come to Dragonhead to listen to me prattling. The Lord Commander has arrived and would treat you in the Alright. Yeah, no. Readings, yes. So, what's the news? I thank you for coming with such haste and apologize for my absence. Suffice it to say, Lady Iceheart and her heretics have much to answer for. Yes, we are but recently returned from the Gates of Judgment ourselves. Given the circumstances, we quite understand if you would prefer to postpone our appointed audience. On the contrary, Master Alfino, I think it more important than ever that this meeting take place. Rest assured, I shall return to my post on Ishgard's walls the moment our business is concluded. Before we move on to the subject of reinforcements, however, I would introduce you to a close friend and stalwart ally, Aniston. Present to you Ishgard as your dragoon. An impressive title, though I confess I know precious little of the Order of Dragoons. They are formidable warriors all, yet even among such masters of the lance, Einstein is without equal. That's not true. He, out of all the warriors of Ishgard, was chosen to wield the power of dragons, and may thus contend with any Dragorian. You flatter me overmuch, Lord Commander. If ever I was without equal, I am no longer. As my fellow Azure Dragoon here will attest, be at ease, Infant. I did not come to challenge you this day. Well, now that we have all been introduced, let's proceed to the matter at hand. I would share with you that we have learned of Ishgard's design, as confessed by the heretics taken captive after the assault on the gates. It would seem that Izol of the Dragorians share a common goal, the reclamation of Nidhogg's stolen eye. Nidhogg, one of the 7 great worms. His name features prominently in the nation's history, though once defeated by the hero Heldred. The beast is said to have terrorized Carthage since Ishgard's founding. Aye, many are the scars on walls bare from Nidhogg's relentless efforts to raise the city. The trophy Heldred plucked from the bested worm skull, known simply as the Eye, is a treasured relic of Ishgard and one possessed of untold power. Should it ever be returned to Nidhogg, the dread creature would be restored to the height of his strength, and then no wall or ward we could erect would be stout enough to deny him. My vengeful son hath waged war against Ishgard for 1,000 years. No mortal mind could comprehend the depths of his rancor. The eye itself is secreted deep within the vault. It is kept under heavy guard, surrounded at all times by men and women who have proven their loyalty to the Holy See. But though stout walls and sharp blades may suffice to discourage the heretics, the dragons are another matter. There are individuals within the dragon horde whom the entire company of knights would labor to repel, to say nothing of Nidhogg himself. Nor does age rob them of their strength, though the endless march of years the dragons endure, patient, calculating, and ever. You must understand, these creatures do not share our partition of time. That is especially true to the great worms, they who spend centuries in slumber, only to wake and resume their campaign as if mere hours had passed. It has been 20 years since Nidhogg last darkened our skies. 20 years for him to gather his strength, and for us to bolster our defenses, and now, just as he seems primed to return, the heretics strike at the gates. You believe Lady Iceheart is in league with the creature, then? Of that we cannot be certain, though we know the heretics covet the Eye. We have been unable to determine our plans for it. Such questions aside, we must needs address the ragged hole the mistress has been fit to rend in Ishgard's protections. It is a weakness Rorians are not like to leave untested. So it would seem you have described your plight in admirable detail, Lord Commander, yet I cannot help but wonder at your candor. Why share such sensitive information with us? I shall speak plain. Ishgard has need of allies, and I would have you bolster our front lines in readiness for the coming battle against the dragons. This much I expected. Unlike our arrangement concerning the Keeper of the Lake, however, only you stand to benefit from our assistance in this matter. I fail to see why we should intervene in a conflict which concerns only Ishgard and Dragorian. Ah! When the Orosian Alliance requested Ishgard's assistance during Operation Archon, you refused us. Does it not seem grossly unjust to demand that we now risk our lives in your private war? I make no attempt to defend my country's conduct. I only ask that you consider what would follow were Ishgard to fall. Having razed our city to the ground, the horde would have little cause to linger, and most would return to their lairs in Dravoria. Soon thereafter, the ruins of Carthage would be buried in snow, and the land would become the sole province of beast and beastmen. Until the Garland's arrival, that is, for you may be certain that the Empire would not hesitate to claim Carthage. They would not even have to draw steel. An imperial province sharing a border with Mordona, 7 hells. Ahem. Very well, we will assist you in repelling the dragons. The roar of a great worm may have shaken the firmament, but we of Orosia will not abandon the Ishgardian brothers to face the coming horde alone. Nor did I ever think you would, now upon the matter of the roar. Allow me, Sir Emmerich. With the power of the Eye, I have become the vassal of Nidhogg's strength. His essence has stolen into my very blood. Fear not, I am in full control of my faculties, I assure you, and the Eye itself is of no relevance to this tale. It is not essential that I bear it with me wherever I go. Its lingering influence does, however, allow me to hear Nidhogg's voice. And the worm who roared was Nidhogg. Aye, he means to hurl his horde against Danfin's collar and shatter the remaining wards that protect the city. There can be no doubt the worm has summoned his minions to war. Though the circumstances are far from ideal, this desperate endeavor will at least provide us an opportunity to bring the sister states of Orosia together in common cause. Sir Emmerich was more ruthless in his negotiations than I had anticipated. I suppose one must give no quarter when one's home is at stake. But did you see the look on his face when he formally requested our assistance? Though the Lord Commander has long campaigned for Ishgard to open its gates to outsiders, I suspect this softening of the Holy See's attitude towards foreign cooperation comes as something of a bittersweet victory. The days ahead promise to be interesting indeed. Yes, quite interesting. Committed to the cause. Is ready to begin making preparations for war. If we are to aid the Ishgardians in this war of theirs, preparations will have to be made, and soon. Before proceeding, however, we must needs return to the Rising Stones and make our report to the Azotin. So, back to the Rising Stones then. Full control of your faculties. I have a hard time believing that. When last we fought, you called upon the power of Nidhogg. Better now, Char. Got a nice lamp, comfortable. Anyone seen A or B rank? Wrong door. Rising stones. Triple triad matches not allowed in current area. Oh, Fomina's back. Wow, this place is empty. Considering recent history, will there be any amongst the Alliance willing to aid the Holy See? Ishgard has few friends at the bargaining table. Yeah, you're not going to say anything about your trip? Bring news. Not good news, but news.
Alphino, it is good to see you. Tell me, what have you learned?
Pray summon the others. Everyone must hear my report.
So this was all but a taste of what's to come.
Indeed. The main host advances upon Ishgard as we speak.
Whose vaunted defenses have been nullified.
Shorn of its wards, the city will bear the full force of Nidhogg's fury.
All those people.
Alphino is right. The Dravanians cannot be allowed to prevail. If Ishgard falls, all of Eorzea will suffer the consequences.
Then you agree that we have no choice but to intervene. For the good of the realm, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn and the Crystal Braves must join the defense of Ishgard.
Let there be no ambiguity about what has been proposed. We would be directly intervening in the war. But if all here believe the cause to be just, then to war we shall go. The path we now embark upon is perilous, but I pray you will walk with us to the end.
Yeah, I've come this far. I'm not going nowhere.
For those we have lost, for those we can yet save.
Then it is settled. I shall inform the Council of our intentions and request that they contribute their own forces to the defense of Ishgard.
They're smart to keep an eye on them. Right, well, gals and ghouls, I'm going to leave it there. So, if you liked the video, be sure to hit the like and subscribe to see more. Or, well, you don't need to, but helps me out. But until the next video, I'll see you guys and ghouls later. Ciao.